welcome to this video. I'm George from the channel Untraveled Roads. I'm in the north part of Tenerife in the part called Anaga, which is actually the oldest part of this island, and I'm already ready for my first adventure. Today is the first day of Christmas and I decided to make a forest and cliff hike discovering the north part of the island.
In the next 2 to 3 months, I will explore all of the Canary Islands off the beaten track and on the untraveled roads. I will try to find the hidden secrets, learn from the locals about the culture and explore the landscape. And of course, I take you with me. After my first weeks and adventures on Fuerteventura, we explored mainly the northern part with its harsh and dry environment. It became time to explore the next island, Tenerife. So I took a plane and flew from Fuerteventura to Tenerife, the largest and most populated island. With its around 5 million tourists per year, it is also the most frequented. Nevertheless, I will try to escape the mass tourism as much as possible. Not only the Teide National Park with Mount Teide, which is the highest mountain in Spain, is located in Tenerife, but also, for example, Anaga, a mountain range located in the most northern part of the island. A huge part of Anaga is covered by humid forests, like the Laurisilva. In this hike I will start here in the center, and I will hike through the forest until I climb down the mountain ridges till where I will climb up the cliffs, which I will follow till the most northern part of the island. There I will make a heavy incline back into the forest, and I will hike through the forest until I reach the village El Baldero. In total, 2 days, 1 night, 40 kilometers and around 2,500 elevation gain. And this is how I'm gonna spend my Christmas.
One amazing thing about this island is the microclimates. For example, from where I started, it was 3 kilometers away up off the mountain. It was like quite cold and very foggy. And then here on the mountain ridge, on the right side left is another mountain ridge. It's basically getting warmer and warmer, and it's getting less cloudy, which is amazing. So if I ever retire, I think I will retire in one mountain village like this. It must be so beautiful.
After I left the forest, I found myself on a mountain ridge and started to climb down the mountains. The trail itself was not really frequented, and I had the path and the views just for myself, until I got company.
Meh. Hello. Call you Rudolph. You're Rudolph the red-nosed goat. Luckily, these goats don't eat humans. This is a very interesting Christmas tree. It's a pipe with some tree on top. That's art. Wow, this is amazing. So far the trail is actually pretty easy and not frequented at all, so it's basically just me. And so the only difficult thing is that it goes now constantly down until I'm on the sea, and personally I like going up more. It's really beautiful. It's a bit overwhelming with all these views. It's like around every corner is an amazing view. It's amazing. For example, look at this. Beautiful. Hello, whatever you are. I guess you're a goose. Oh.
By continuing on the trek towards the beach, I stumbled across multiple really beautiful and cute villages. Their names I'm not able to pronounce, so let me say sorry to all Spanish-speaking watchers. I'm terrible with languages.
Oh god, here's water. And this is really annoying. I thought there's no water on this trail, except tomorrow somewhere. And that's why for today and for tomorrow I have all the water in my backpack. Could have just taken it here. But I was not really sure about that. Annoying, but now I have water already, so I don't need it. And tomorrow there should be somewhere a spring where I can, after the breakfast, grab some fresh water. I'm thinking if I should just take some water just for protest, because I carried all the water for nothing. I completely climbed down from this mountain range already, so now I should be almost at the beach. Then I need to follow there the track for a bit and need then to climb somewhere up the cliffs and continue on the cliffs until the end of this island. And somewhere between on this cliff basically I tried to make camp. Look at this, there we come from. Oh, it's so beautiful. Reminds me of Jurassic Park.
Compared to other volcanic islands like Madeira, but also the other Canaries, Tenerife has a remarkable amount of endemic species. For more than 1,400 species of plants, several hundreds are endemic, and some only exists here, like the Teeder white broom. But also the Viper's burglars is endemic here. But not only the flora, also the fauna is very diverse. More than 400 species of fish, 56 birds, 5 reptiles, 2 amphibians and 13 land mammals call the island their home. Also, multiple species of sea turtles and even whales and dolphins can be found in the waters around the island. During my adventures, I personally really wish to see him, the Canary long-eared bat. But sadly, because of pesticides and deforestation, only 500 to 1,000 of them are left in the Canaries.
Okay, I correct myself. If I ever retire, I will stay here in this house. This is amazing. Amazing view, directly next to the ocean. Here are some fields where I can make potato salad. Ah, that would be really amazing. Good, so I'm almost at the ocean. I think around 1 kilometer more, and then I will head along the cliff. As soon as I reach the ocean, 1/4 of the whole hike is finished. This house definitely will be my retirement house. That would be so cool.
I arrived at the sea, meaning I completed another big part of my tour. The next part is following the cliffs until the most northern part of Tenerife. But before reaching that, I will need to make camp. But first, let's climb up these cliffs.
Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Like a fish on land. I started to get lost at the station where you left. Everything was falling off.
Good, I think I found my camp spot. I will just stay somewhere here. It's quite nice, it's a bit in the middle of the way, but who cares? Today as a night setup, I have again my micro tent with me. So, this is my night setup. I left this open so I have enough room to breathe here. It's pretty warm, so I don't expect that it will be very cold. It's pretty nice actually. I'm very happy with my construction. Put the 2 hiking poles around here and yeah, nice. I will now cook. Camp is made, ready for dinner, and as I say, today is Christmas, actually the first Christmas day, so I also want to be a little bit festive and celebrate up here the Christmas dinner. I carried in this beautiful plastic bottle some white wine, and I carried this beautiful stylish white wine glass with me. As Christmas dinner we have Moroccan chicken couscous as a entry / main dish, and then instant raspberry cream as a dessert, and as a snack before going to bed, some sausages. This is my perfect Christmas celebration. I sit on top of these cliffs at around 400 meters, and yeah, it's actually very cozy. That's how I like it. Good, so I will fire up the cooker. Today again the gas cooker. I still don't have a knife. That's a very long story, but a very long and sad story. Not for today. So I will light up the gas cooker, start boiling some water, and enjoy. Food is hydrating. Good, I'm already in the BB, ready to sleep. I had really an amazing evening. It was so amazing skies. It was like really bright and really beautiful, amazing. And also the view down off the cliff to the village that's down there, it was really amazing. I hope also for an amazing sunrise. Anyways, I'm now really tired already. I will go to sleep now, and yeah, hope you liked the video so far. If you do, please give us a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, that makes projects like this possible. Thank you very much, and now, good night. Good morning. That was a really nice night. It was not too warm, not too cold. It was perfect. And very nice sky. Good. So I will now make my camp and breakfast and then start hiking again.
Beautiful kaleidoscope design.
Today, breakfast, shashuka. It's my favorite one. I got some fresh coffee. Look at this. Cheers. Very good. Food is fully hydrated. Look at this. That's my shashuka. Enjoy. Everything packed, everything left as it was before, and ready to hit the road. Yeah, let's go.
A few kilometers after my camp spot, I landed in a village where the inhabitants are rewarded every day with the most beautiful view.
This village is Tananaga or Tanaga. I'm not sure how many nanas are there. It's either Tanaga or Tananaga. Small update, I said it's Taganana. I made already my first kilometers, and now comes this part that I said yesterday. I need to follow the street. Apparently there would be also an alternative route above the cliff somewhere, but I was reading that it's nicer to go on the street because it's beautiful beaches or something. So I hope it was not the wrong decision. I will update you, but now I will need make some speed. Do you realize that it sort of becomes a pattern that I somehow always end up on a street? Friends, I get a coffee here. One of the perks of hiking on a street. I got some coffee and I make a small break. I finished already the first 5-6 kilometers, something like this. And the part on the street should be almost finished. I hope at least. It's a bit boring. It's nice to see the beach, but it's not, I don't know, not that nice. If you ever do this hike, I would recommend that you go the part, it takes a bit longer, but the part around the cliffs, not on the street and next to the beaches. As I say, I regret it a bit. I think it would be nice on the cliff. Anyways, it is what it is. Nevertheless, it's really beautiful, and now almost the beach should be finished. So I will make the turn and then start the rest of the hike along the cliff before I then hike up to the forest and to the mountain. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That makes projects like this possible. And now, enjoy the rest of this video.
November again and the clock ticks by. Been waiting all night for your sweet
Okay, I'm taking back what I said. The first part on the street until this village was a little bit boring, but after the coffee I continued through cute villages, over beautiful sand beaches and walking on the shore next to the West Atlantic Ocean. Eventually I left the sea, I climbed up the cliffs and found myself on an old road that connects the villages Benicio and El Draguillo.
Welcome to El Tranquilo. I don't know if it's El Draguillo. El Draguillo. Welcome to El Draguillo.
After the village, the old road ended and I continued on a small path along the cliff.
So the trail between these two villages, I will not pronounce the name again because I feel like a fool if I say it. This is part of the trail before, so between these two villages it was super frequented, like a lot of people. I guess it's a perfect afternoon hike. But here now, after I left this village, it's just me again, which is perfect. It's so beautiful. Now also the trail gets a bit more exciting. Away from the street, more on stones. Beautiful!
By continuing this trail I stumbled upon a village, or well, actually just a few houses, but I didn't expect them. This is the village called Las Palmas, and it seems reaching these few houses is only possible over this narrow path. So hey, if you know someone that lives there, please let me know. I think this village might be my perfect retirement place. But until then, it's the perfect spot for some lunch.
Time for lunch. I got myself some tortillas, as always, some beautiful salami. This is fish salad. I don't know what I should think about that. Interesting, good. Actually, I didn't want to make a lunch break. I thought I would just hike through, but now I feel that I'm getting a bit tired and I need some energy. I only had this shashuka in the morning and that's not enough. So, quick lunch and then continue. We are almost basically at the lighthouse, which is in the end of the island, and from there we need then to make a pretty steep incline, at least on my map. It looks very steep. It should be fun. So, lunch is finished. It was actually very delicious and a wise idea to eat now something. I have now, I think, 5-6 kilometers until the lighthouse. So far the hike is really amazing, especially this part now. It's less touristy. In perspective, I only saw one other person and the trail is just really amazing. Beautiful, friends, simply beautiful. Good, so I will take 1.5 liter. I don't filter it yet, but I think this is the last water source. I think I have enough water, at least I hope. But just in case, I will filter. I take this water and in case I filter it later. Oh god, this is slow. Bloop, 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 bloop. It sounds like somebody would pee in a bottle. Well deserved. I will keep this for later. I hope I don't need it, otherwise I feel dead later. And let's continue.
A few more kilometers along the cliffs until I reach then the lighthouse.
I actually need to go up here on the right side and then start the incline soon. But I want to go straight quickly to the lighthouse. I want to see how it looks like.
Till he taught her how to shoot. Daddy didn't play no games, wouldn't let her trade her name for a fake I do. Boy, you better know what you're getting into. This ain't no shotgun.
So I arrived at the lighthouse, and now the actual other part of the journey begins. So the third quarter, I need to go everything up and then to the misty forest. It is now around 4:18, so I have 2 more hours until it gets dark. It's perfect. I think I can make this route by today.
What her daddy taught her, she's her daddy's daughter.
Hello. And it gets more up. Look at this cute forest. Beautiful. Golden hour. I hope you can see it, but there in the back I slept. And this is the village where I had the coffee today. So it's 5:50. Sunset begins in half an hour, around 25 minutes. Then I have another 25 minutes until it gets dark. Should be possible. I am now on the last piece of the travel. I decided to follow this road instead of climbing up, simply for the reason that it's getting dark very soon and this is easier with the flashlight than do through the forest. I also changed now because it's slightly wet. Misty, misty forest. That would be the perfect setting for a horror movie. No joke. It's actually not that bad. The fog is quite thick, so that makes it more dark. Is something. Oh, there's a street. So I'm now on the street, heading to the next village. Beautiful. The last bits of light. I'm out of the fog, so it's more bright. This is really beautiful. Hiking, hiking. Let's hike in the forest in the dark. Hiking. 2 kilometers left until the village. The bad news is I think I missed my bus because the bus was going exactly 2 minutes ago. So I need to figure out somehow how I get home. This is a sign of a village. Alright, I'm in this village, Abayadero. I hope I pronounce it right. The problem is he has absolutely nothing. So my hope was that there's a restaurant or a bar or a hotel or something, and I could stay overnight and in the morning take the bus and go home. But he has nothing, not even houses with light. I don't know, it's very strange. So the only possibility that I have now is calling a taxi, which I did a couple of minutes ago. It arrives in 20 minutes. And yeah, all in all, it was really nice. I will speak with you and update you as soon as I arrived. Until now, I will enjoy darkness. That was it. That was my Christmas adventure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm still a couple of weeks longer in Tenerife, and a couple of more adventures are planned here. For example, I want to climb Teide, the highest mountain of Spain, before I leave this island. Make sure you don't miss this out and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, as always, support me and my channel and give us thumbs up. See you next week and enjoy. Ciao, ciao.